We are live. Welcome back.
2023, we here.
Shalom.
You in the shalom.
So,
Oh, how was everybody's time away?
It was good.
good. This is very good.
Food and family and fun.
That's always the best.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. We've had some, yeah, really good holidays. Time with my friends, time with my family. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And now we're back with our green flag.
We're gonna talk about green flags.
All right, but since we're setting this off,
Yes.
could you really break down what is a green flag?
Yeah, absolutely. A green flag is something that makes you feel like it could be the real thing. Something that makes you feel like um, you want to move forward with this person and see how it goes.
Okay. When he make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Or all hot and bothered.
Mm.
Whatever matters more to you.
You can feel hot and bothered, and it definitely ain't a green flag.
But warm and fuzzy, and you're the only person who's feeling warm and fuzzy.
Well, that's true too.
Because I've been in a few hot and bothered situations, and they definitely were in green flags.
They were red flags or pink flags?
No, they was just sex.
Oh.
So
I mean, relationships that are just sex are fine because they are what they are.
mhm. But
But a green flag is like when you're talking to somebody or when you're dating somebody and you feel like they're on the same page with things. You know, that they understand your work ethic,
mhm.
they understand your play ethic. I
Okay.
come from a family who is very, very work hard, play hard.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Like everybody in my family, like both my parents, all my siblings, my nieces, my nephews, my kids, nobody has like just one job. Like
One job.
got another revenue stream or other things that they're doing, and like hobbies that they take very seriously. And when we play, like we really play.
Right.
You know, we plan and it's a lot.
Hmm.
And that's like the kind of thing. If somebody was to meet my family and they were to like really get it, like really be into the whole thing, like, you know, we're all gonna go away to a beach town for a few days and make a big breakfast in the morning, be out all day, have dinner, come back, drink till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, get up and repeat. And for some people, that's like too much. It's like, wow, you people are like you people are wild, and sing karaoke and be dancing, and
I'm here.
for some people that are a little bit older, that might not be something that they would wanna be a part of.
Right. Right.
In the, on the other hand, like if if I were church going, I would want somebody to go to church with. That's a green flag.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Sean,
I'm here.
when you when Kev started hollering at you, what what attracted you to him?
Hmm. Well, I have to say is the very first time me and
Nope, not going out on a date. Not a date. When you initially met him, and y'all
I'm here. I'm
spoke,
here.
y'all.
The very first date we went on.
Nope, not it. That's what I'm saying. Not a date. Not a date. I'm saying the initial meeting. What made you say, all right, I like to talk to him? She froze.
Well, she's just
Wow.
pretending to freeze while she thinks.
Baby boy stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's telling me his toilet changed. Um,
Oh.
so yeah, he got a new toilet today, and that's the highlight of the night. Uh, so because I felt like we connected when we first started talking. The off the back, he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love a funny person. Like I love somebody who, like Barbara said, like if you like to have fun, I'm there for a good time. You know what I'm saying? So um it's that was one of the things that attracted me to him was he was funny and he held a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Holding a conversation.
It's important.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
cool. But what I'm saying is, all right.
Yeah, no,
Where'd
tell us
you meet
who
him at?
should be the green flag.
What should be the green flag?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, what did you say should be the green flag?
No, what do you think should be the green flag?
I really don't know. I haven't had a green flag in years, so I don't know. I'm like, I'm still like with me, I'm all over the place with it. I like a quiet person that's subdued, but a person that also can have fun. Um, I like a conservative person, but also a person that could break loose once in a while. So it's like, and like you said, my biggest thing is we have to be able to converse.
Yeah.
Having a deep conversation is everything, and we have to. I'm not saying we have to agree on everything, but like we can't be complete polar opposites because that thing where they say opposites attract, I really don't believe that. You may attract each other, but you got if you have so much that's different, what's going to hold you together? So I look at it like that. Like, all right, as long as we could joke around, have a conversation, spend time together, I'm good with that. Like, and and, and one of my pet peeves is I cannot deal with a loud woman. Not at all. I can't do. I don't like being around nobody loud. So so I I try to keep it where if we're hanging out and we could have a conversation and we could joke and do what we got to do, we're there.
That's I mean, that's the biggest part of the thing.
Hmm.
And there are other green flags like somebody's work ethic.
I kind of believe in that also
Yeah.
because I think nowadays I feel sorry for a lot of young men
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for a lot of women. But I'm only going to speak from the male's perspective, where I look at these TikTok videos and Instagram, and you got the women like on there saying, well, if he's not paying for everything, if he's not paying for my hair and my nails and me to do this and me to do that, he's not a good man. And I'm like, when did that become the new thing? Then I'm also saying, at one time when the man was paying for everything, most women were home taking care of kids and cleaning the house. Now, even if they want, a lot of women want to be home, not cleaning the house, not doing nothing. But it's like, to me, that's a big red flag. So
That would be like a red flag.
it's crazy. I teach my daughters to be independent and not to rely on no man for nothing. Like, you want to be able to say, I earned this. This was for me. And I like a woman like that. That's not scared to get out.
Yeah, no,
Work.
that's absolutely my thing. I get like I remember when I was about to finish grad school.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a boyfriend. I had a boyfriend who was like buying me regular birthday, Christmas, whatever gifts. And I always wanted a Movado.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, no, I always wanted it. And I'm like, you know what? My grad When I got my graduate degree, I was the boss. I bought myself the Movado
Mm-hmm.
on the night of my graduation. I took out my kids and my boyfriend, and I paid for dinner. I got wine. Whatever you gave me, got me, did for me, whatever, it was my achievement, and it was my honor to share it. Because it wasn't like, all right, I worked for 3 years to get this, and now you need to buy me things. No, I felt in that moment like I wanted to boss up.
Mm-hmm.
I got, like, I remember getting an A, my first A in graduate school. I was like completely blown away that I was like actually making it happen. And the person that I was dating at the time bought me a little present at the end of every semester.
Mm.
One time it was just like a $20 bracelet, and I didn't care what it was, but it was those little efforts of generosity,
Right.
And like when I was writing my thesis, I had a short window, and he brought like food over a lot. Like usually when people come to my house, like I have food in and I'm gonna cook it for you and like serve it to you and the whole thing. But this I was like, this is rough. And they came and they were very, um, what do you need? Oh, get me a salad from Wendy's or, whatever, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
acknowledging my hard work, that it meant something. That was like a big green flag. And you understand that this, like your achievements and who you are and like your kids' milestones and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a partner that acts accordingly, that's a green flag.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And another green flag to me is a person's character.
Yeah, that's something that you mention a lot. That you are a big fan of having a good character.
Right. And I'm not saying you have to be perfect, I don't think there's no perfect person, but your character says a lot about you as a person. And like even the way you treat others when you go out and say you have a waiter, waitress come at the how you interact with those people. If you're a boss, how you interact with the people that work under you. That says a lot about your character. I know people that I worked with that were bosses, and because they were on a certain level, they would literally do nothing. Sit in the room, be on their phone, be on the computer all day. And I'm like, that's not being a boss. You're not teaching your people nothing. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. So at the end of the day, like I said, when you're trying to find that person that you feel you're willing to be with, you have to sit there and figure out what you're looking for, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with, what you are willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept. And does this person bring that to the table? And everything isn't all about money, everything isn't all about looks. But when we say that, I know people say that, but you want to be attracted to the person you're involved with. So that's kind of always funny when I hear people say, "Oh well, looks aren't like everything." No, looks aren't everything, but you got to be attracted to the person that you're trying to get involved with.
You can become attractive to someone who's not necessarily your type.
I
That's
agree with
no
that.
hand experience.
Hmm.
But there has to be something about them, their their posture, the way they carry themselves. Like maybe they don't have, like I like dark eyes, like black eyes.
Hmm.
And I dated somebody who had blue eyes for a long time. And it wasn't an immediate attraction, but there were other things about him that was kind of like, I'm going to work with this. And I mean, there's no shame to somebody having like blue eyes or green eyes or hazel eyes or whatever. It's just my attraction have always been like dark eyes with like thick lashes, like that kind of like,
Hmm.
just kind of my thing. And but not having that doesn't make you unattractive. It's just my preference. And
I
it's
understand that
that's not
definitely.
in and of itself, that's not like a pink flag or a red flag. It's just a preference. But if somebody's got like the biggest, deepest, blackest eyes and eyelashes like 14 inches long, but they carry themselves like an imbecile,
Mm.
no, I can't. I can't do an imbecile because I don't feel comfortable. I can't date someone who's like a dummy. You have to know a little bit about the world. You have to have some kind of like sophistication.
Right.
Talk to you like, I don't want you to tell me how I should feel about politics or sports or religion. I'm a full grown person. I come with ideals and values.
But see now in that like in that instance, I think if your political if your politics doesn't line up, I don't think it could work.
No, mm-mm,
I
no.
really don't.
Believe me, I am finding that out now that I'm back in like the dating world. It's like,
And
oh,
I even witnessed that like with friendship.
Yes. Now it's like, yeah, I can't. I mean, there's a lot of people that I just stopped being friends with on social media because I think some of the people that you support and some of the stuff that they espouse kind of gives you like secondhand racism.
Mm-hmm.
And that to me is offensive. Like, oh, no, I'm not, but that guy is. And you think he's a good person.
Right. Right. But people don't people don't get it. People don't understand. I have had associates, I would say, that we were cool at one time, and now we no longer even speak because our politics was so far off. And like you said, I'm like, if you fuck with those people and you have that mentality, how do you really feel about me? Or are you one of those people that's like, oh, you're one of the good ones, so that's just as bad to me? So I look at it and I'm like, you gotta understand, like, your politics gotta mesh, your religion has to mesh, unless you're not very religious. Um, just a lot of your ideals.
I could not, like, I have no interest in a church going man. If you believe in God, that's fine. If you need for me to accompany you to like a church service at an organized religion,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that in me. But that's a problem. That's going to be like a big turnoff. You're going to be dragging me, and that's going to make me not want to progress with you.
But see, to some people, that's very important.
See,
Just
that's
Some
me.
people,
See,
yeah.
that's me. That's me.
Oh yeah,
that's you.
If you know a good church service and we could pray together, oh, you got me.
but I had a bad experience. I was in a relationship with someone who was of the cloth, and we would pray. And then after like about a year and a half, I realized that like he was using our prayer time to manipulate me. He was asking God to give him the things that he really wanted me to do or that he didn't want me to do.
Yikes.
And it was like, it was very strange. It got it got really toxic. And that was probably like the at the time when I started to explore becoming an atheist because I thought like if people that are ordained, if people that have been like raised in the church and brought up with like heavy duty religion can behave this way, then it's even more scammy than I gave it credit for.
See, I thought that way
I
at
thought it was
once.
a long time ago, and then I met somebody who I was like really in awe of.
Like my sister, she was a minister,
Okay,
and just to support her, I would go to her church from time to time, stuff like that. And she knew I wasn't super religious or anything. And I used to tell her all the time, like, yo, these people in your church are so fucking fake. And she's like, listen,
You don't come for them, you come for
right,
God.
you come for God. She said, you don't think I know who's the fake ones in here yelling and screaming and rolling around on the floor? You don't think I know who's the one that's talking about everybody or you don't think I know who's the one trying to sleep with every married man or woman. She said, it's not about that. So, like, I had to respect that. And I'm like, all right, that's your belief. And so I look at people like that now. I'm like, all right, that's your belief. That's what you're about. But don't try to hold me to
Right.
what you believe and what you
Right.
want. Because
But
I'm not gonna try to hold you.
two people, if you're like Barbara said, if you're an atheist and you kind of go to church, then that's definitely a no-go. That ain't gonna work.
No,
Well,
not.
no, I know somebody that made that work.
An
That's
atheist
Well, was
and
the
somebody to go to
churchgoer a
church.
yes.
woman and the atheist was a man?
Huh? Yes.
Churchgoer a woman and the atheist was a
No,
man.
no. The
The other way around.
churchgoer was the man, and the atheist is the woman. And they work, and it's not like the man goes to church every week or anything like that. But he believes in God, he believes in a higher power and stuff like that. His woman, nah, I don't believe in none of that shit. So, but they make it work
Damn.
because she respect how he feels.
Right.
He don't come to her and be like, oh, you gotta do this and you gotta believe that. She doesn't do that to him. So now what do we have to talk about? We don't have that. We don't have to fight about that. And then when it comes to your kid,
They had a kid.
yeah,
What
when it
kid?
comes when it
Jesus.
comes to the kid, the father tells the kid about God and what his beliefs is, but he's not going to push that on him. As he gets older, if you want to become a person of God, that's what you do. If you don't, that's what you choose. So it's like I said, relationships are complicated but easy. And people don't get when I say that sometimes. But my thing is, if you know what you want, and if you are true to what you say you want, it's nothing hard. But people are so caught up in, oh, I gotta have someone with me. I gotta be in a relationship. I have I have went years without being in a relationship, and I feel I'm cool.
Wait, but there's a difference though. Let's
Uh-huh.
let's not. You went years without being in a relationship, but you wasn't celibate.
Oh, I ain't say all that.
Exactly.
No, you didn't say all
But
that.
I'm
You
saying,
was bonding with
You did
somebody.
say in this particular moment that counts the most. Because being in a relationship is one thing.
mm-hmm.
Being an adult who has a few phone numbers they can call when they feel like having some company.
But even with that,
Some
I have
company.
went more than a year without having sex.
Mm.
I have because
I have.
I said I had to get my head right. I had to get my stuff together, and I didn't want to bring my issues and
Is
my
it
stuff.
bad that I've never did that?
No, but now this is where myself and Barbara always disagree.
Okay.
Me, I wouldn't want a super promiscuous woman. If you already, if you're like, say I was 21 and we're both 21 and you already slept with like 50 something guys, I don't want to mess with you. Like,
No, but even though
Another thing is like
I've never went a year without having with celibacy, but I'm also a relationship person. Like
oh yeah,
my
yeah,
relationship is 5 years,
right,
2 years, 10
right.
years. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
one. You know what my magic number was?
what?
2.
Well, but see, it's nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
It's see, like we're in the era of women saying, "Oh, and this is what I would love to talk about on our next Pink Flags.
Sure.
The era of women talking about, oh, I'm a free bitch, I'm a boss bitch, I'm a this bitch, I'm a that bitch.
Right.
First of all, why are you calling yourself a bitch? A
Let's
bitch
start
is a
there.
female dog. Let's start there. Second of all, if you value yourself, everybody shouldn't be able to run up in you. That's
No,
just how
I
I
agree
see it.
with that because Sean and I have privately talked at length about soul ties.
Hmm.
And I was never a believer, but there might be something about it that I'm kind of believing now because, like, I'm at a point where I can't. I'm at a point where I'm just like not ready to move forward into another relationship. I was much
Because of the previous. Because of the previous.
I was much more physically and emotionally tied than I thought. Like just moving wasn't enough to like make it over. Like now I got to go to therapy and I got to do all these things to like get my mind right. And I was also watching this interview yesterday that made me feel like really hopeful. Was like Rick Rubin explaining why if you want to be successful at anything, you have to spend a lot of time by yourself coming to terms with what it is you want. And as much as we espouse that on Pink Flags, like it's got to be what you want, it's got to be custom made, it's got to be just right for you. Do you know what you want? Do you really know what you want? Like, I want love, I want sex, I want companionship, I want friendship. Do you want a house? What
But
type?
if you want it all, if say you want it all,
You could have it.
What is it all?
but see, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
My all could be different from your all and different from Sean's all. Because what I feel important may be relevant to you. What Sean feels important may be irrelevant to me. But and the way I look at that, like I said, I know guys that's like, oh, I know every woman has had a past. So I don't really look at it like that. And I'm like, all right, I respect
That's
that.
really what I mean about the promiscuity. Like every woman has a past. Try not to attach a number
There's
to
a difference between a past and
She was always getting passed.
right and a pass around. There's a difference between a pass and a pass around. And my thing is, real
Oh,
talk,
shit.
as a woman,
It's
as a woman,
making Barbara cringe.
as a woman, you shouldn't want to do that. Every chick he see, he had to drop his pants. I think people
No, I
have
call
to
that like
value.
he lives a dick-driven life.
Right. People
Right.
I feel you have to value yourself.
Man or woman,
And-
though. Not just
Right.
women.
No, that's what I'm saying. Man or woman.
But it
You
sounds
have
better
to value yourself.
driven.
And I've always been the person, like Sean to tell you, is I'm a sexual person, but I'm also a person that could be like, nah, I'm good. I don't have no problems walking away like, nah, something's not right about that. And people don't get that. Like, you have to be able to say, this isn't for me. Something isn't right. This just doesn't tie together.
That's the whole purpose. That's
Right.
the whole purpose. Knowing when to say this isn't for me.
Right.
You know, it's like, but it's time to come to terms with finding out what exactly it is that you want. What is for you?
And you honestly not gonna find it sleeping around. But I
honestly, I I haven't even thought about it in so long. I ain't gonna say I don't care, but I don't care. But like I said, if I meet someone that I click with, that I know I could vibe with, that's on the same page as me. Like I said, I've dated a woman that when I met her, she knew I had kids. She wanted me to be there and father her kids, but didn't want me to bring my. I'm like, you got to be joking.
red flag.
Like so right there, that's like no bueno.
Yeah,
You
red
go your way and I go mine. I don't wish you bad. I don't wish you nothing bad on you, but we're not connecting because our character is different.
You know what I think also is a green flag for me? If I bring you around my friends and you can stand a night with my friend.
Well, yes,
That
yes.
was that was me and Kevin were at love at first sight. He said something, and
I think y'all started talking about football.
yeah, it was about football. I think he said something about the Patriots, and I was kind of like, yeah, until like the Super Bowl and they lose to the Packers.
Uh, and
And
y'all been friends
like,
ever since.
they don't lose the Super Bowl. The Packers lost how many Super Bowls? I'm like, yeah, because they're not some little expansion team from Boston. And he's
Mm,
like, stop already. Where did you come from?
Right. Like I think it's important for me that if I put you in a room with my friends, family is almost a mandate, right? But if you can get down with my friends, because like we're in a sorted group, right? So, it's not just one specific person in our group. So if you can get down with my friends, once Kevin got the okay from my brothers from another mother, it was a wrap. He was in there.
and you have very eclectic friends.
You do.
Yes.
You have
Yes.
Very, very.
Yes.
You have a wide range of friends.
Right. Right.
So if he's able to hang with that, and like when I met him, I already felt all right. He wasn't trying to maneuver. He wasn't trying to okey doke.
Right.
I felt the sincerity. Like he really enjoyed being around you. And that says a lot. That says a lot. That's another green flag. If you enjoy being around the person.
That's true. That is, let me tell you, that to me, that's the number one green flag because you can love all day somebody, right? But
Mhm.
if you don't like being around
Right,
them,
right,
if you like being at work more than you like being at home, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't wait, we're talking about the newness of a relationship, right? If you can't wait to get off so y'all can spend 12 hours on the phone, then that's when you know that it's a green flag. Like that's when you know, okay, this is moving forward, in the right direction.
right.
Like when you wake up and that's the first person you think about, or that person you wake up to, because I love love. If y'all know me. If I wake up to, Kevin used to wake up and good morning, Queen, and then all this other stuff. I like the good morning text. I like that it shows, especially if it comes at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you really thinking about me? You just woke up, like
Right, right,
I like those things, and I think those are green flags. Like, okay, I want to see where this go. I want to continue this because I got to see what avenue he's about to go down. So
right.
that's for me definitely a green flag for me. That and communication, we good.
Hmm. And a green flag for me is if we can go out to a dinner and just chill and have fun. It don't got to be all super romantic and all that craziness. We could just go out and like enjoy one another, talk
Hmm.
about all sorts of shit, eat, and just like, and when I say a green flag, that don't even only have to be about someone you're romantic with, someone you're friends with is the same thing. Like, remember, I always remember when we went to oh, what's that chicken place that we went to in the village?
BBQs.
Yeah, well, yeah, BBQs.
That was our spot.
Oh, you
I
can stay with
forgot.
BBQs for like
Yes,
hours
and we
and
was in there
Yeah.
just
you
bugging out,
the walk.
laughing, joking, making fun of other people in the restaurant,
Yes.
and
We
was
shut
someone
down
else
BBQs a couple of times.
right? And was I remember someone came and was trying to talk to us, and we're like, "The hell is wrong with? Come on!" And then you know how our brothers are, so
Oh, Lordy.
like I said, if you could vibe like that, that says a lot.
Well, that's like a big green flag. If you can vibe with somebody in a restaurant and like snap on people and watch
Yes,
the
we
game
could. Yes, we could.
and have like, snap on people and watch the game and have chicken wings and then go home and like get it. Like
Right.
And you
that
know what else
to
is a big
me,
green flag?
big.
Another big green flag to me is trust
Yeah. Somebody
within
you know,
friendships,
yeah.
within relationships. If a person shows me they trust me and they could be trusted, that says a lot to me. That, like, right there, I'm like, all right, this is like when me and Sean first started working together, a couple of months in, I was like, all right, this is who I could fuck with. I know I could rely on her. I know, and it was no like, oh, I'm trying to do this because I want to get this. She was sincere in what she was doing. So when you see that, you know, all right, I could fuck with this person. Like, this person got my back, so I definitely got this person's back.
Yeah.
So now when you in a relationship, it has to be like that. It has to be like, yo, I got you. I got you. Like I said, we ain't gonna agree on everything, but I got your back.
If
But I
y'all
also have to know, right? I also have to know you have my back.
Yeah, and it's part of the thing about friendship, especially female friendship, is do you show up?
But you know how many
Show up.
situations where I hear women say they really don't fuck with other women because they feel they can't trust them because women are petty.
You know what? You get that from your mother.
But Sean got a hand up.
Your mother, you get like my mother had sisters. She was a woman's woman. She had sisters, she had girlfriends. The only guy relationship she really had, and she had brothers too, but the only guy relationship my mother had really was like my dad. All her relationships, and she had daughters, all her relationships were female. And she taught us like the value of that.
I
And one of
believe
my
the hood.
friends, and alternately, why I love Sean so much is because like one of my best friends is like, you just kept showing up. You never not wanted to be my friend, or you
Right.
ever, like forgot that I existed.
Right.
Right.
And it does sound small. It doesn't sound like it's the biggest deal, but it is really like as far as friendships go, it is the biggest deal. There were so many times like when I met Sean, I was kind of going through like a really rough time professionally. I was like at a graduate school and I couldn't find a job, and you know, she was like, "Oh, you know a lot of things." And I was like, "I do know a lot of things." And she was like, "Well, then we can like exchange ideas." And I was like, "Yeah, definitely." And I attended her classes. I help her plan her classes, and it kind of gave me like a little bit of an emotional boost. Like I do know shit. Maybe I
Yeah,
am qualified. And we also really became like instant friends.
we
Like
did.
it like click. Yeah,
But Sean is a person that's easy.
instant friends.
She's easy to be friends with. Like
Yeah.
it's easy. But
Yeah, if you have a problem with me, it's you, not me.
let me tell you, but like I said, there are a lot of women that feel other women are petty.
Me.
But
I believe in sisterhood. I believe in sisterhood. I have 50 million sisters biologically. Like, so I do. But like I also, and maybe that's where my brain is tainted from, because I have 50 million sisters. We just planned, my mom, a get together. And when I tell you it was the arguing and it's the petty and it's the this and it's that, it's like, and I told him, I was like, can we get through one thing without arguing, without the bickering, without the, like, we just, like, I feel like some women just have to make something out of nothing sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
mhm. And
So,
that's
yeah.
why they say they'll rather be friends with men than to be friends with women. Because men just, if they got a beef, they're gonna say, this is what it is, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. It's not the pettiness. We just get this over with and keep it moving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think when I was young, I had um, more relationships with men because I couldn't do the petty.
mhm.
It's
But
okay.
then I think as I got older, I started to just kind of like step right past petty women. Like my circle was larger, my range of places to find friends was broader. And I could just like walk right past petty women and not even engage.
But let me tell you the funny thing. Men are just as petty as women are now.
That's right.
Society has changed so much. And I was talking to someone about this today. This is a red flag, definitely not a
Not
not
pink,
a
not
not a
green,
Not
blue flag.
green,
Right. This
straight
is
to
a
red.
red. There's no such thing as discretion anymore.
Mm.
Everything is out there. If you want to know anything about a person, go to their Instagram, go to Facebook.
Yeah.
People put who they're sleeping with, all five guys, all five girls, um, what they're eating for breakfast, lunch. It's like nothing is discretion, nothing is private anymore. And that's the only thing I miss.
I can agree with that.
That's the only thing I miss. I feel some things in life should be private. Like I saw something on TikTok. A guy and a girl was arguing because
TikTok.
I don't go up there a lot, but a guy and a girl was arguing
TikTok
because
is entertaining, actually.
the girl went to the door. No, she went on video in a robe, and people thought she was naked. And the guy was like, "You're a married woman. Why would you go up there like that anyway?" Like, to me, that's disrespectful. And she was like, "Well, I had on a robe. I don't care what." And but like I said, it's about what he allow. If you cool with that, if you be like, all right, whatever, and she continue to do it, that's what you allowed to go down. And I hate to say it like allow because she's not his kid. But my thing is, I couldn't deal with that. And I would rather be like, all right, I guess we won't date no more. Bye.
Damn.
I did have one moment. The day I died, the day when the hairdresser in Brooklyn dyed my hair red for the first time. I went home and I was changing to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I was gonna, I was going out. I had like a big date, a hot date. I was dating somebody. It was their birthday weekend. I like got my hair did and I was feeling myself. I took a nap. And the sun was like coming in the room and I had nothing on but a sheet. and I took a selfie, and somebody like, you couldn't see anything. You could not see that there was no clothes under the sheet because the sheet was like already like all the way tucked up under my armpits.
Mhm.
And like I had it wrapped around like a second time. Somebody quick messaged me like, "Are you naked?" And I was like, "No, I'm wearing a sheet." You can look. That's probably like in my archives, my picture. Sometime in the middle of July, it'll come up and say it's like 10 years old.
Now, let me tell you, if I was your man, I would have a problem with that.
I had at the time I was dating someone, but he was not my man.
Okay. So I can't say nothing.
So
No,
you
He can't say nothing.
I had a person who was very clearly a friend with benefits. And
Hmm.
this was like discussed and agreed upon that it would be a friend with benefits. And then all of a sudden, he had 10 different kinds of feelings when I met Dave. And that was 9.5 years ago. But he was like like I saw this guy like maybe once a month, maybe once, twice a month, maybe once every 6 weeks. Like I saw him when I saw him.
right.
And
But I tell you, ladies, all the time, guys are more emotional than women. All
Yeah.
the time I say that.
oh
It's
my
true.
goodness. But all of a sudden, he found like 10 different, he couldn't find a reason to be in a committed relationship with me. But he could find 10 different relationships for me not to be in a committed relationship with someone that was only separated.
Ugh.
And I was like,
Red flag.
no,
But
I was like, we could still hang out. You could still take me to dinner, but after dinner, I'm going home to my home, and you're going home to your home. And that happened a couple of times, and he was kind of like, well, what are we going to do now? Nothing. I explained nothing. And I'm not, if I want it, I want it. If I don't want it, there ain't nothing you can do to convince me. There is nothing you can do to talk me into
but
it.
let me tell you also, like I also used to have the idea that it was about how you got along with your family also, how
Mhm.
I judged the person. But then
Mm.
as I got older, as I experienced more in life, as I know my crazy ass family, I'm like, yo, sometimes family's more fucked up than everybody else. So you can't judge a person by how they get along with their family. So I definitely took that off. But
Yeah.
but my thing is, like I said, I just want a woman of character. I want a woman with some discretion, well, with a lot of discretion, rather.
Who doesn't put Facebook pictures in the sheet?
Yeah. Yes, sir, Mr. Wise.
Sean always says that. No, I don't. I don't want a slave. No, but or what's the Japanese woman? A
Geisha?
geisha. Yeah, I don't want a geisha. But but like I said, it has to be some discretion. Like it
No,
like
me and my sister's kids, me and my sister like joke around with each other that it was like we were almost like geisha like because our dad made sure that we knew how to like watch sports and keep track of the sports. And like Sean can tell you more than Wise. Like I know, like I can keep the box score at a baseball game.
Hmm.
I totally know like time of possession, who got the first down, when it's 4th and inches, when it's 3-and-11. Like I don't have to see. Nobody got to replay the tape for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little light on basketball. I'm a little light on hockey, auto racing, Formula One, NASCAR, all of it. I'm there. It's like, but also my mom made sure we could cook, we could clean, we could sew, we could do like embroidery, we could make Halloween costumes. We knew how to do our own makeup, do our own hair. My mother would literally like yank you out of the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
Going out looking like slutty.
And that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. There's a thin line between sexy and slutty. You don't have to be
Sometimes
naked.
you like to want to be slutty for a day or two.
Be slutty with your man.
That's
Everybody don't got to see it. But like I said, now that's me. Some guys don't care about that. So if you got a man that's like, yo, I want everybody outside to see your ass, you're good. If that's what you into. But then,
Yeah,
like I
I
said,
would never want a guy like that. But also the thing is, men have a bad habit, and they have a very bad habit of when you are like when you're too good to them for too long, they get complacent.
but I think that's people in general. I think that's people in general. Like I said, I think maybe 30 or 40 years ago, we could just say, man,
Mhm.
women are worse than men now.
You think so?
They're hot girl summers and all that shit.
Ah,
Like it's crazy now, man. It's
Hot
like
girl summer is a relative term.
like I was telling Barbara earlier, like it's so crazy where you see these women saying, "Oh, if a guy can't pay for everything, he's a broke bastard, and I don't want to deal with him." But what do you bring to the table?
right.
Oh, I bring me. I'm cute. You ain't the only cute person in the world.
Right.
But people get so caught up and mixed up in shit. Like you said, you just really have to understand what you want, how you're gonna go about it, and take it from there. That's it. And what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept.
I think I'm going to give everybody some homework.
Okay, let's do it.
And also, everybody who's watching, I'm going to put up the link on the Pink Flag page. I am going to be a guest on the Love Doesn't Hurt podcast. I will put the link so you can watch tomorrow. It'll be from 5 to 6. And I'll put all the information on the Pink Flag page. But, like, let's do some homework. Let's write down what we want.
What if you don't know what you want?
Think about it.
Think
You
about
don't have to have it all next week. It's not a 7-day project. But
What if you think about it and you still don't know what you want?
get a therapist.
Like, I still really don't. I really don't have no idea. Like, I don't think about it.
So many things that you want.
Nah, you
really do.
We just talked about some of them right now.
No, like
you
that,
want a woman with discretion. You want a woman with this. You want like.
But that's the basic.
It's
I
still.
think everybody should want that.
No, everybody. No,
not everybody wants that.
Nope.
Everybody don't want a woman that's with character.
Some people don't give a shit about that.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, some don't.
Nah.
It doesn't. Some people.
Some,
like,
if you got a vagina and you walk, you in there like swimwear.
Yes, but some people, like men and women, things like work ethic with top character, and any day of the week. Like, I don't care if you stab your coworkers in the back to get a promotion. Just bring more money. And
Fact.
there's a lot of people that would do that. Like, I don't care if you would eat somebody else's work to make yours look better. Just bring me that money.
I
And
hear
there's
you.
some people like, oh, I don't care if my husband or my wife occasionally like have a fling. We have a strong family and we're building generational wealth.
That's something I don't care how much money she
And
got.
this is what
I
we're
can never
talking
forget
about.
it.
Is though, there's definitely people out there in the world who are like, oh
Mm.
no, we're gonna ride this till the wheels fall off because this is generational wealth. I don't want my children to come from a broken home.
Mhm.
I hear that.
Yeah. And there are some people who definitely want to do that. And there's also some people that like they don't care if they're going to be married 5 times. They're never going to be in a relationship that makes them feel uncomfortable or underloved or whatever. And they'll just go find somebody new and get married again.
I understand that. I wouldn't do it, but I understand it.
Yeah. And you know, that's like the whole point. That's like the whole point of pink flags.
I really don't think I ever get married again.
What?
I don't think I would ever get married again.
I
Mo-
plan on getting married again.
You what?
I
She
plan
said-
on getting married again.
I don't.
I'm gonna be at your wedding.
I'll be at your wedding, but I don't plan on ever getting married. Nah.
Yeah, I want to. I've been married twice. The first one was brief. The second one was horrifying. I've been single longer than both of my married times together put together. And I think that I want like a real husband.
Marriage is a beautiful thing. It's just not for me.
When you find that out, the world is a
I
beautiful.
might find out that it's not for me. I might like go looking and think like there is nobody out there that I believe wants to build what I want to build.
I hear that. But all right, I'll do my homework
I'm
and
gonna do
I'll
my
write down all the stuff that I want.
And what's our next topic?
Our next topic. What did you want our next topic to be?
I
Wyatt?
already forgot. I gotta look back. I gotta look back at the thing. I set it up there so we can look at it and we'll
Okay.
get it.
Stay tuned for the next topic,
Stay
people.
tuned. The next topic will be posted on the page in a very short period of time.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Love you guys.
Love you.
All right.
Oh, I thought we were staying on.